That's the truth.
Right, we're loyalists.
Sure. I think I'm as frustrated with it as Mick Foley was. I think there's a lot of wrestling fans out there that want something better, but I'm at the point where I'm not even sure what I want either. I hate to be that way. And I'm not crapping on wrestling as a whole. I love the independent wrestling, and maybe that's something that I'm just falling more in love with independent wrestling and smaller promotions, that things on the main roster bore me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's some of that.
Possibly, yeah.
You know, I'm like I said, I'm not going to not tune in. But the moments that I saw on Raw, like I said, I was kind of in and out, dozed off a little bit. So I think that was the Rose Bush segment. Other than that, I'm still going to tune in. So what does it matter? I guess still going to be a fan.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not a fan. There were just things that I probably prefer more than watching Raw right now.
Fair enough. I mean, I prefer NXT over Raw.
Sure do. I prefer Ring of Honor probably over Raw.
When's the last time you watched Ring of Honor?
It's been a while. I don't want to say a while. I mean, I've caught it. I keep up with it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, that's the thing. I keep up with Ring of Honor, but I mean, I do. I watch Raw every week, every single week. Monday night's Raw.
I mean, it's been ingrained in us,
right?
For the last 20 years.
Sure has been.
Speaking of Ring of Honor, though, Ryan, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE has interest in signing current Ring of Honor champion Jay Lethal, and also New Japan Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
Wow.
Those would be two huge gets for the WWE. Huge gets.
Where'd you hear this from? I did not hear this.
The Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow, Nakamura and Lethal. Ooh.
Nakamura and Lethal.
How have they not made another play at Styles? Maybe they have.
I know he's hurt right now.
Even better. I don't want to say even better, but lock him up now, and then bam, bring him in.
Right.
Like I don't. Maybe there's storylines and there's contracts that I don't know about.
Sure.
That absolutely could be.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, and I think at one point I read that it was he was still making more money with New Japan and Ring of Honor than the WWE was willing to pay him. So you can't necessarily blame him for not leaving.
Would oh boy, I can't even believe I'm asking this question because I know the answer. Would you want a 38-year-old AJ Styles in NXT? 38 years old.
Is that what he is now?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, born in 77, 38.
Like, I mean, if you bring him in,
you have to do it.
You have to do it like
now, like yesterday.
In the next 6 months. Really. I would take AJ Styles today in NXT, absolutely, in WWE.
I mean, I would too.
38
years
How
old.
the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, we're 30.
Yeah.
31.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, the first time I saw AJ Styles live was, I mean, he was here in Lidditz where we live. But that was, I mean, I've been out of high school for 12 years. It's like been like 13, 14 years since the first time he came here. That's scary. That's a scary
lot of guys
thought.
that are put on that level, that are still wrestling. Chris Hero's 35.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people from that. When TNA was like really, really good. That are just slowly climbing up in age. That if the WWE wants to make a move, they need to do it soon.
Yeah.
How old's Jay Lethal?
What's that?
Jay Lethal's only 30.
Okay. He's still on the right side of 30.
I feel like he's been around forever.
Well, when you spend time in TNA, it's kind of it's kind of like an anomaly. It's like
when he started in TNA, what, in 05?
Like 1 year in TNA is like 5 years in like normal time, I think.
Lethal debuted in TNA in December of 2005.
Okay.
Speaking of December, today, December the 3rd, very historic date in WWE history. December the 3rd, 2006. 9 years ago tonight, Big Jim, WWE put on the absolutely worst pay-per-view ever. ECW's December to Dismember.
Ooh.
The show that ran all of, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley became the ECW heavyweight champion in an Extreme Elimination Chamber match, beating Big Show, Rob Van Dam, Hardcore Holly, CM Punk, and Test.
Ooh.
What an awful
Is that pay-per-view
show.
worse than WCW Greed?
Yeah, it is. It has to be.
Wow.
But you know what? Let's put that one out as our Twitter poll this week.
Let's
Out of the blue. That's it right there.
Let's make the Twitter poll.
That's it.
Which was worse?
That's it.
Greed, or was it December?
December to Dismember. It's 2006's because ECW had their own December to Dismember, like 98 or something like that. But yeah, this one was bad.
All right, we're gonna put that after the show airs. We're gonna put that up on the Twitter poll. I think that's a good idea. Just a couple of news pieces, Ryan. In the interest of time, it has been reported, and WrestleZone reporter has confirmed that Mick Foley's son Dewey has accepted a job to join the WWE creative team in January. And there's also a report.
Maybe that's why Mick Foley all of a sudden was going to give Raw a second chance.
Well, apparently they if this report is true, that he accepted the deal a couple of months ago, and has been writing some samples for storylines, but they've had to obviously keep it quiet, and he'll be starting. He will be starting with the WWE in early 2016. Also, a rumor. I mean, this one now just rumor that the WWE has expressed interest in bringing Noelle Foley in as a backstage interviewer.
Fine with both of them.
You won't get that'll help. That'll help your ratings. That will help your ratings. And Ryan, one more piece of news from my side. Or just something that I saw this week. The Kevin Owens, in a recent interview, said a dream match for him would be at WrestleMania. For his dream match at WrestleMania would be against Brock Lesnar. Apparently, according to former WWE creative writer Court Bauer on his most recent episode of MLW Radio, said that WWE has actually been discussing this idea. And because right now, obviously, with all the injuries that WWE has had, all of their plans have really been kind of scrapped. So WWE is kind of back at the drawing board, and they are considering Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32. The Rock and Undertaker not options for Brock Lesnar. Rock will not be wrestling, at least as of now. The Undertaker feud has ended. So they are absolutely considering Kevin Owens for that match. Other matches that are being discussed are Roman Reigns versus Triple H and The Undertaker versus John Cena.
Interesting.
But
I like that.
I would love Kevin. I mean, the promos between Owens and Heyman, the match itself. What a rub! Even if they book Owens to lose, I think getting the rub from Brock Lesnar in that spot would be huge. But imagine if Kevin Owens would go over on Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania. Oh,
you mean Lesnar jobbed to Owens?
Yes, if Lesnar jobbed to Kevin Owens.
Jeez.
He jobbed to him.
Why are they always burying this Brock Lesnar guy? Hate it. I'm never watching Raw again.
Never watching Raw again. I'm
Next
probably
week,
never watching SmackDown again. But it was fun. I mean, it was fun to go to SmackDown this week, Ryan. I enjoyed it. You, me, and Matt, and Matt's wife, our friend Jerry, were able to go. Always fun. The security process at the Giant Center needs to be a lot faster.
I felt safe in there, at least.
I did feel safe, but definitely took way too freaking long in the cold and rain. But I mean, it was a SmackDown. At least what I think a SmackDown is normally.
Right. It was a SmackDown.
Always like seeing it live again. Hope we get a Raw or pay-per-view sometime in the near future. Ryan, anything else? Anything else this week?
Yeah, sure do. Just want to wish Super Crazy, former WWE, ECW, AAA wrestler Super Crazy, a happy birthday. That is his birthday is today. Tomorrow, Brooke Tessmacher, Miss Tessmacher's birthday, and Sylvester Turkey. I'm not sure if you remember Sylvester Turkey from the ECW days, the WWE ECW days, also celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Now that's it, Jim. You can always find us Facebook.com/3CountThursday, Twitter and Instagram @3CountThursday. Instagram this week, Veda Scott, our wonderful Woman of the Week. Thank you again, Matt, for running that Woman of the Week again @3CountThursday. It's always the number 3, never the word 3. Jim, take us home.
Yeah, we just want to give a shout out to our friends over at Clothesline County FM Podcast. Again, Clothesline County FM Podcast. They gave us a shout out in there. Really cool. It's a couple of friends. I think they're from Matt, help me out. I think they're Ireland, Scotland. I should have asked you before then. It slips my mind as we're getting late into the day here. But a great podcast, a lot of fun. Different style than kind of what we do, but they are from Ireland. Two friends, and absolutely a very fun, very entertaining listen. Matt was the one that introduced me to them, and so again, shout out to them, the Clothesline County podcast. Make sure you check them out and follow them on Twitter. We'll throw out their Twitter site on our Twitter @3CountThursday. Again, check us out at Facebook.com/3CountThursday. Twitter and Instagram are @3CountThursday. I am @Big Jim Sports. Ryan is @RYN Eagle. Matt is @the number 3CTA Philly, PHILLY, and the number 8 @3CT Affiliate. Again, check out all of our shows and NGSCsports.com, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and the TuneIn Radio app, and search NGSC. You can also podcast our show directly on iTunes and Android by searching 3 Count Thursday wherever you subscribe to podcasts on your devices. Again, all of our social media sites, guys. Make sure you are following as well. Legacy Wrestling, Mid-Penn Wrestling Alliance, LCW, ACW. We're going to try and get a Facebook post up there with all of the different sites for all these great companies that we support and we work for. It is an honor for us, and check out independent wrestling. We say it each and every week, and we forgot to in the earlier segment, but if you don't know where your local indie company is, or you don't know if there's one in your area, contact us. We will do our best to find one in your area. So please do that and support indie wrestling. Support all wrestling, guys. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you again next week, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on NGSCsports.com. Going to take it out once again with the Brock Lesnar theme with lyrics. You can find that Smart Mark Roommates on YouTube.
Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yes, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yeah, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Yes, Brock Lesnar is here. Brock Lesnar is here. Accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisy isn't here. No, accept the daisies. Not contracted to accept the daisy. Not contracted to accept the daisy. Not contracted to accept the daisy. It's not contracted.
Oh, he sounds interesting. Tell me a little bit more about this, Brock.
Body like a refrigerator. Kick the ass of Randy Couture. Did UFC, but not anymore. Did to them what he did to us.